Battered Forest 5-1 though. What a performance from the lads. Beat Old 3-1. Jack Day hat-trick. What a season he's having. 2-0 win at Crystal Palace. Mix that in with Sheffield United and West Brom Sunderland falling off a bit, and we're pointing at a 6-point gap. We're having an absolutely superb season. A few unhappy faces now. It's going to happen. I also signed Callum Doyle, a free transfer. A few unhappy players, as you can see. Lewis Brown wants to leave, and that's fair enough. Like, he's been with me from like literally the start. Best players been Duncan Elliott. I did get him down to a new deal. Jack Day been incredible. Sansfield have done really well. Gabriel Teixeira, I've been really good. One of the new gens. Joel and Dan has been really good. My DM keeper when he's hadn't been injured, has done well. Laventon's done well. Right back from Wrexham has done really well. We beat Blackburn 5-1. Another amazing display. 1-1 draw at Coventry and a 1-0 win at Portsmouth by left-back scorer. It meant halfway through the season, around the Christmas period, we got on to second place because Bristol City won all three, but we've now got a 10-point lead. So it's us and Bristol City back there now. I want to win the title, of course. 13 goals for Day and Stansfield. Duncan Elliott having an incredible season, 15 assists. That's my number 2 keeper. And yeah, going into January, we've got about 17 million. I may need to save it for Premier League unless there's a few transfers that come up. Beat Palace 2-1 on Boxing Day. Beat Ipswich 3-2. We did an Ipswich against Ipswich, getting a 94th minute winner. Drew 1-1 against Burnley, which meant, yeah, we're gone above Bristol City with a game in hand. There have been some offers to loan out the players who are unhappy. Even though it made the squad shorter, just get a happy squad at the end of the season, then deal with it at the end. Was my way around it. But I had activated, so I had that loanee holding midfielder. It's done really good, holding midfielder, or if we go to 4-2-3-1, he can play it there. 6.2 million, so I hit that transfer going through at the end of the season. We lost 3-0 at home to Newcastle, which is, again, this is the point I'm trying to pit myself against these sort of teams for next year. We went down to 10 men, that was an FA Cup third round. Back to the Championship with a bang, though. 5-0 winning against Queen's Park Rangers. Drew 0-0 at Sheffield United, who are third place. Smash Rotherham again. I thought, was it 6-1 away, 6-0 at home. However, it was changing a little bit. I'd found this striker. I needed a striker. I felt Jay Sansfield was starting to go off the ball a little bit, and I just wasn't too sure if I wanted to pay 15 million on him going forward. It was a bit up in the air. Found this guy from Ludogorets for 5.5 million. Spanish striker I signed, he scored like 1 or 2 goals. He went for 2.7 million. Signed him on a free. That'll do. Lewis Brown went on loan. Davic went on loan. Lamberton, who was a good striker, but he started to fall down the pecking order a little bit, get a bit unhappy. 6.25 million. I thought I could spend it better elsewhere. Alberto, I started on the left back. Again, I haven't played enough for his liking, so he went out on loan. Really disappointed about this one, but it's an offer I couldn't refuse. DM I'd signed from in Italy, 1 for 3 million. But look, 1.3 million in, 17.25 million out. You're going to take it, aren't you? And then the centre back I'd signed from Japan. He went back to Kashima, brought him back in the J League. He'd done all right, but then I think he just was a bit unhappy. And I looked at stats of players I could sign. I was like, yeah, let's move him on. Again, with this lad, free transfer in, played 17 games, mostly off the bench, 2.6 million, put it elsewhere. And that's what I did. So, Ben Rosier, right back, wonder kid, Blackburn Rovers. That's why I saw the other one, that his dribbling to get a bit better, but his tackling and all that stuff, it's done all right for Blackburn. I thought 15.5 million, it's an asset. I brought a loan centre back just because I couldn't really afford another one that I wanted. And rather than waste money, just get a body in, and then we can move forward to the Premier League when more players want to join me. Tyler Diblin, really sort of big prospect. I think went to Chelsea and back to Southampton a few years ago. Yeah, in like 2022, to think settle, something like that, which is really nice of the 2 clubs to do that. But yeah, he's not really, he's just been out on loan his whole career by the looks of it for Southampton. 4.2 million, good backup winger option. Can also do well in the Premier League, I reckon, as a backup. This was a big one. So I had a really good fullback on the other side. I like to get like players for the save, I call them. Well, I'm just going to have them for a few years, let them grow, and then they'll either on my first team players or I sell them for more. So I've got Ben Rosier, and then I've got Charlie Hartley on the other side. Signing from Bristol City as well, was in my rivals. He hadn't done incredibly there. But just the potential and the stats that he has, it's just, and to take it from your title rivals, that's why I loaned that other left back out. So I've spent a lot of money on left backs recently, but I'm getting a team now, and it's actually like, I think it's pretty much a fully homegrown like back line as well. And then I like to almost have like solid players and just really creative players I get from like South America, basically. Mickey Moore's unhappy because predictably he hasn't played enough. And he hasn't been incredible either. He's been okay. He scored a goal, but it's just not Jack Day standard. Duncan Elliott's been amazing. Also got this guy in on loan from Liverpool with the option. I thought, well, he's not going to break through at Liverpool's team, but he could break through for mine. Really good creative midfielder for me. Joel Ndanda's got unhappy as well because he's just not playing. So he'll probably be on his way out as well. Also got another loan striker just to see it through. Just to see it through to the end of the season. So I was like, I signed some really good players, but rather than leaving my squad short, got a few loan players in, and I can replace them with the summer transfer window. 29 games in, yeah, we're looking like we're up already, to be honest. I mean, we've even got a bit of a gap on Bristol City now, 4 points. 2-0 win, new striker from Ludogorets scored in his debut. Sam Binch as well, really good player on loan from Liverpool. I know it's a lot of new names now and all regenerated, but you'll get to know them. I'm basically the next couple of years, I just need to build a team of assets and then let them grow for a few years. Which is a bit I always find a little bit difficult on FM because I love signing players, but you just basically pick 2 or 3 signings per year then is the way I do it. 2-0 defeat at Sunderland was disappointing. Bear in mind they were chasing us, but we're massively ahead of them unless we wobble. 2-0 win against Derby, always good to instantly respond. 0-0 draw on Sheffield Wednesday. 4-2 win at Millwall. Tyler Diblin getting on the score sheet, which is nice. 1-1 draw at Preston again, my Ludogorets striker. And then a 2-0 win meant that with 10 games to go, we're all but up now, really doing well. Bristol City starting to wobble though after being with us, and we play them next. They've been with us so long, and they still haven't made it to the Premier League in this, or in real life or in this world. We're in 2030 now, with Sheffield United starting to pick up on Sunderland and Portsmouth. So yeah, all the pressure is on them while we're basically about up. We drew 1-1 at home to Bristol City, lost 1-0 at Forest, 1-1 Gibbs White still playing for them. Really disappointed in back-to-back defeats then at Bolton. But then a really important 3-0 win. It meant that was 6 games to go. Yeah, we're 9 points. So I was threatening to wobble a little bit there, to be honest, we were. But that winning at Swansea really helps. And Bristol City still in poor form. That we're still a lot above them. So on course for title, we're always going to wobble at some point. Jack Day, top scorer, because Jay Stansfield kind of just fell off. You still would argue it's a very solid sign to have, but I just feel like with the new gens coming through, I can definitely sign a player that's going to be a wonder kid for like 4 million from South America. I'll rather look in that direction. The players I've got, but Sam Binch, I really will make him my number 1 target to make a permanent deal with like that value from Liverpool over the summer. Imagine him and Duncan Elliott with like holding midfielder behind. Just building a really good identity to the squad now. That's the team that was playing at this stage at the moment. I think that's where we went a bit wrong. We need to sign loads of players and they don't get the social groups right. So that's what happened in the last season in the Premier season. I knew that was going to be the case. But it's worked because long term, I've built this team now off the assets I signed in that season. Where players are still here, players are growing. Like my right back's doing really well, my left back is doing really well. I've just got really good players going forward. In 5 years, they could be really good Premier League players, I hope. At this point, 2-0 defeat at Birmingham. That makes like 3 defeats in 4. But 4-0 win against Stoke. On the brink, and look at that, Bristol City have fallen off completely now. So we are on the brink of getting promoted with 1 more win and 4 more games, starting at Blackburn to return to the Premier League at the first time of asking. And when we did, which sealed the title as well, a 3-0 win at Blackburn. Callum Doyle scoring. It really started to improve after his free transfer sign. Well, basically, I had him on my shortlist, and then Man City just terminated his contract around October, so I got him on free. Stansel scoring. I won't be renewing and activating that clause because he wanted so many, he wanted like 90 or 100 grand a week, and I was like, realistically, are you going to be like leading Premier League level in a few years? So I decided against it. Mickey Moore. 3-0 win. We're back to the Premier League, and hopefully all we need to do is stay up, finish 17th for a few years, and then build from there. The club also announced, I think around this stage, it will be looking at building a stadium, but that's 1 or 2 years away. But the games that playing for nothing, 2-1 win against Coventry, 1-0 win at Hull, and then a 2-1 win against Portsmouth. Man, we finished with 100 points. How lovely is that? And Bristol City finished 4th. I'm pretty sure they lost the playoffs as well. So that's absolutely gutting for them. But there we are. There's my squad. The best players this season. Sam Binch, and as you can see, one of the first things I did, I made his transfer permanent. So he's coming in. Mickey Moore, though, I did sell 22 million. Went to Saudi Arabia just because I didn't want unhappy players and I felt I could reinvest that elsewhere. It's a shame, but I've got Jack Day there and I've got to kind of build a team around that. I'd actually, before the season had ended, I'd basically done my transfer business anyway, as you can see. So a lot of young players. So you can see that in the next episode, the next part. But yeah, really positive stuff. I'm building identity now. The plan, stay in the Premier League for years, build a team that is going to just grow on its own without just only signing like the odd player here and a top class player or like a B team player to sell and assets and all that, and just let that team grow and hopefully grow up the Premier League. So exciting times, but can we stay in the Premier League next season? That's going to be the aim.